Russia's latest mission to the moon ended in a catastrophic crash. But what the world didn't know, until now, is the data recorded in those final seconds didn't vanish with the impact, because the Lunar 25 probe transmitted something unusual, something Moscow tried to keep quiet, and something that scientists are now scrambling to understand. This is the hidden story behind Russia's lunar crash, and why the data it captured may change everything we thought we knew about the moon. Before we get into the secret data, we need to understand the mission itself. Luna 25 was supposed to be Russia's triumphant return to the moon after nearly 5 decades. A lander designed to show that Roscosmos could still compete with NASA, China, and India. Its goal? Land near the moon's south pole, one of the most scientifically valuable locations in the entire solar system. A place filled with permanently shadowed craters, reservoirs of ancient ice, and geological structures untouched for billions of years. But instead of a gentle touchdown, Luna 25 accelerated, spiraled off course, and slammed into the lunar surface at high speed. A failure, a national embarrassment, a global headline. But here's where the story takes its sharpest turn. Just seconds before the crash, Luna 25's sensors recorded something completely unexpected, and those signals made it back to Earth. Russia didn't talk about them. They couldn't, because the implications were explosive. Officially, the crash was caused by a software glitch, but the raw telemetry that leaked through international tracking networks suggests a more complex picture. During its final descent, Luna 25 experienced a sudden spike in gravitational anomalies, a magnetic disturbance that didn't match known lunar data, a density reading inconsistent with the expected composition of the terrain. These are not the kind of readings you get from a normal landing gone wrong. And this is where things get interesting, because Russia wasn't the only one watching. Independent stations in Europe, South America, and even amateur radio astronomers picked up fragments of the data stream. The numbers didn't make sense. The moon's gravity varies from region to region, thanks to underground mass concentrations known as mass cones. They're well mapped, well studied, but the spike detected under Luna 25's flight path didn't match any known mass con. It was stronger, localized, and appeared suddenly. Something dense, possibly metallic, was beneath the surface? The moon doesn't have a global magnetic field, but pockets of magnetized rock exist. What Lunar 25 recorded, however, was too strong and too sharp to come from simple surface magnetism. It suggested either a buried metallic anomaly or an ancient geologic structure that no mission had ever detected before. This is the most puzzling part. Right before the crash, the onboard instruments measured a region of unexpectedly low subsurface density, almost like a cavern or a hollow layer beneath the impact zone. A dense anomaly surrounded by a low-density cavity? That's not something you see on the moon every day. And it's no wonder Russia didn't want to talk about it. Before we continue, if you enjoy deep-dive space mysteries and the hidden stories behind real missions, please consider subscribing. Your support helps bring these investigations to life. The planned landing site for Luna 25 wasn't chosen randomly. It was selected after years of orbital surveys. The South Polar region is the most scientifically valuable location currently known on the moon. Why? Number 1. Permanently shadowed craters. These pits never see sunlight. Temperatures can drop below -200 degrees Celsius, and within those icy traps are water ice, frozen volatiles, ancient materials older than life on Earth. Number 2. Hidden mass concentrations. Mass cons beneath the South Pole are unusually strong. They formed from ancient asteroid impacts that melted and redistributed lunar crust. But Luna 25 detected something that didn't match these mass cons. And 3. Potential subsurface cavities. Recent data from NASA's Grail mission hinted at hollow networks beneath some polar regions, possibly collapsed lava tubes or voids formed during early lunar cooling. Luna 25 may have flown over one of these cavities, analyzed part of it, and then crashed because navigation algorithms weren't calibrated for such extreme anomalies. This is where the secret starts to make sense. If Luna 25 encountered a region with both high-density material and low-density cavities, its altitude calculations would have gone haywire. Russian officials blame software, but the data suggests a physical phenomenon. Let's address the elephant under the regolith. When independent analysts examined the leaked gravitational data, one theory kept resurfacing: a dense, metallic layer or object buried beneath the surface. Does that mean artificial? No, not necessarily. But it could mean a massive nickel-iron fragment from an ancient asteroid, a remnant of the moon's early molten core, a mineral deposit never seen before, or a collapsed lava chimney filled with heavy metals. Here's why this matters. If heavy metals exist in large quantities near the lunar South Pole, it changes the future of lunar mining and resource extraction. Companies and countries would race for that location. Russia would not want that revealed. Because if Luna 25 accidentally exposed the richest underground deposit on the moon, it would have just lost the most valuable discovery of the entire mission. Scientists analyzing the data said that the spike was too localized to be core material, meaning it's either a buried object or an extraordinarily dense geological structure. Either way, it's new, and it's significant. Shortly after the crash, Roscosmos released a statement blaming a miscalculation in the impulse required for landing. But the explanation doesn't align with the telemetry. Internal communications that leaked days later suggested the lander's altimeter was reading the wrong altitude, the onboard computer was compensating for unexpected gravitational data, anomalous subsurface density caused irregular acceleration. This explains why they didn't want to talk. Because if the anomaly is real, then 1. Russia discovered something valuable but failed to land on it. 2. The anomaly may lead to international competition. 3. It reveals vulnerabilities in Russian navigation algorithms. And 4. It implies that Russia was scouting for resources, not just science. And then there's the biggest concern. If Luna 25's crash was caused by a previously unknown lunar gravity feature, then future missions, including NASA's Artemis landers and private lunar craft, must revise their navigation data as well. This isn't just Russia's problem, it's everyone's problem. Now that the data is out, expert opinions are emerging. Here are the leading theories. 1. Subsurface lava tube collapse. A hollow void beneath a dense roof could produce gravity variations, magnetic irregularities, sudden density shifts. This is consistent with what Luna 25 transmitted. 2. Buried metallic asteroid fragment. A metal-rich impactor could create an intense localized gravity spike. Magnetic signatures. Unusual density gradients. These fragments have been found on Earth, Mars, and Mercury. Finding one on the Moon would be massive news. 3. An ancient magma plume. During the Moon's early history, magma plumes formed dense mineral pockets. A plume frozen beneath the surface would be extremely dense and magnetic. And 4. A multi-layer geological fault. The South Pole is filled with fractures from billion-year-old impacts. Some layers are dense, some hollow. This could explain the strange readings. Based on the reconstructed telemetry, here's likely what happened. 1. Luna 25 descends normally. 2. It approaches a region with a strong gravitational spike. 3. The altimeter miscalculates its height. 4. Autopilot corrects, but overcorrects. 5. Luna 25 accelerates downward. 6. Magnetic interference causes additional sensor instability. And 7. The lander slams into the surface at high velocity. In other words, the Moon's surface didn't kill Luna 25. The Moon's hidden interior did. This incident isn't just a Russian embarrassment, it's a preview of what's coming. The South Pole is the next frontier, scientifically, strategically, and economically. But Luna 25's unexpected readings prove that we know far less about the Moon's subsurface than we thought. Navigation near polar anomalies is riskier than expected. Future landers must account for extreme gravitational variations. Hidden structures beneath the surface could reshape lunar exploration strategy. And most importantly, the Moon still holds secrets powerful enough to crash spacecrafts. If you want more investigations into real missions, hidden discoveries, and the stories space agencies don't always tell the public, make sure to subscribe. Your support directly fuels content like this. Luna 25 may have failed, but in its final moments, it did something extraordinary. It revealed that the Moon is not a dead, simple world. It still surprises us. It still hides its past. And sometimes, it forces us to confront how little we truly understand. Russia tried to bury the story, but the data survived. And now, the world knows. There's something beneath the lunar South Pole, and the crash of Luna 25 was only the beginning of the investigation.